Hi, it's Stacey Jones before the curtain goes up, and the curtain's going up at the Gateway Theater, where we have a wacky Ken Ludwig script being produced. He's a very funny writer. The Baskerville, Sherlock Holmes mystery, and we have a mysterious and alluring Melissa Wee, who we're talking with, who's in the show. Hello, Melissa.
Hello.
It's a mystery, so I'm assuming you're being very mysterious.
Very mysterious. Yes, we can't give anything away.
Oh, but we can give away that you're playing multiple characters.
I am indeed.
Oh, it's my favorite type of show. No, I want to be in a show where I get to play multiple characters again. But we'll stop talking about me. We'll start talking about you. So it's 4 actors only, correct?
5 actors.
5. Oh, my mistake. And Genevieve is playing Sherlock Holmes.
That's right.
And Jerry McKay is playing Watson.
That's correct.
And they are solving a mystery of the Baskervilles.
That's right.
And there are 3 people who play all the suspects.
Indeed. There's 3 other actors. So myself, Mac Gordon, and Andrew Cowden. Combined, we play, I think, over 40 characters between the 3 of us.
How delightful.
Yeah.
How delightful. So you can at least tell us how the mystery starts. How does the mystery start? Because you can't give too much away.
Well, if anybody is familiar with The Hound of the Baskervilles, the original Arthur Conan Doyle Sherlock Holmes story, it's actually very true, like plot-wise, to the story. So it starts with a visit to Sherlock Holmes from Dr. John Mortimer, and he's come to ask Sherlock Holmes's help about the mysterious death of one of his patients and friend, Sir Charles Baskerville. Sir Charles has died under sort of mysterious circumstances, and now Sir Charles's heir, Henry Baskerville, is arriving to take over the estate, and they're trying to both sort of solve the mystery of Sir Charles's death while also trying to keep Sir Henry safe from whatever this dangers might be out there.
Oh, because it is suspected that Henry might also be in danger because there might be a second person in line for the estate.
Correct.
I see. And because the Sherlock Holmes is gender swap with the very, very talented and very, very funny Genevieve Fleming, who I still remember some shows she did where all she was silent and reacting, and I was dying. It was that show that took place in a found venue. I can't remember anything about it, but
oh yes, I do remember that show as well. That was with Up in the Air Theater, I think. I think that was I can't remember the name of that one.
But I know, but it was so good. And
very good.
It's because she was behind the guy who was talking to the guy, but the guy who was in front of her didn't know that she was behind him.
I think it was like the North Plan or something like that. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
The North something.
Yeah, something was North. It was funny. She was funny. So now, because she's doing a gender swap character, are you also playing gender swap characters? Are you sometimes coming in with a mustache and pretending to be Sir Anthony?
Yes. So between the 3 of us, Andrew, Mac, and myself, we are like a who's who of the characters, the various characters you find in the story. And so we could be coming on as anything. You never know. There's a lot of hats, like literal and figurative hats in this show.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, do you have dressers backstage? Because
oh yes, big time. Yeah, we're gonna have a pretty substantial crew, just between there's tons of scenes that take place in various locations. So between sort of the scenes, the sets that have to come and go, and the costumes that have to be donned and doffed, we're going to have a lot of help backstage, thankfully.
Nice. Yeah. So you're like running off, and some of the stuff you're pulling on, and other times you're just standing there as they're dressing you so you can turn around and run right back on.
Oh yes, there's costumes on top of costumes. Hats on top of hats.
Nice. Now, are you all having to affect British accents? And do you have an accent coach? Because Sherlock Holmes is British, if I'm not mistaken, or is the play silly enough that we can do broad British accents because we're not.
Well, we're definitely keeping Sherlock Holmes British. We're not like transferring Sherlock to North America. We're definitely keeping it's still set. Sherlock still lives at 221B Baker Street in London, and there's a variety of British characters, but Ken Ludwig has also sort of taken some artistic license to make some of the characters from various places, uh, which I don't believe is. I don't think that is that's true to the book. I think in the book they're all like British, but yeah. So we have some a little bit of uh, Swedish, we have a little bit of German, we have a little bit of Spanish, we're sort of taking a tour of Europe in this show.
Nice, nice. So, and I know you're adept at accents, so I'm sure you're having.
I'm
Uh,
trying my best. We do have a wonderful dialect coach, Elizabeth McLaughlin, who's working with us as
I
well. So
love Liz
very,
McLaughlin so much.
yeah, so we're really lucky to have her.
Nice, nice. What it sounds riotous. It sounds like it's going to be great fun. It sounds like a very game cast. Who's directing the madness? Who's directing it again?
Barbara Tomasic.
Oh, the current artistic director. Oh, that sounds weird to say current. It's like going, this is my current boyfriend.
Yeah.
It's like, am I going somewhere? The artistic director. They are just the artistic director. Um,
Yes.
and how exciting. And have you worked with Barbara before?
I have worked with Barbara before. In fact, I worked with Barbara on another show where I played multiple characters, probably as many, if not more, in this as in this play. Um, Barbara directed myself and Genevieve. We were double cast in a one-woman show called The 12 Dates of Christmas that was programmed at the Arts Club during the 2020-21 season, and then it was programmed during the original season. Then it was also reprogrammed when they decided to do a series of one person shows because of COVID restrictions. And so we rehearsed the play, and Genevieve and I had our own stage management teams, and we were bubbled in different rehearsal rooms. It was all for COVID safety, and we rehearsed the shows, and then we checked the shows, and the shows were ready to go. And the day of our first preview, the Bonnie Henry closed the theaters again. So we never actually got to perform the shows.
Oh,
We got to do one performance each that was filmed and then was available for streaming, but we never actually got to play to audiences. So that was
oh,
like, yeah, just one of
heartbreaking.
those like COVID stories. It was heartbreaking, but it was a really, I mean, what came out of it was like I developed a really wonderful working relationship with Barbara, and she was so wonderful to work with. And so this kind of feels like a bit of a redemption tale, like Genevieve and me and Barbara coming back together, and me playing these multiple roles. And yeah, so I'm, you know, glad that
Nice.
glad that we at least got to come back together again.
Nice. Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah.
And did you so with this show, with this extravaganza coming up, it's a two-act play?
Yes. Yep.
So I assuming on the end of Act One, there's another murder or something gets revealed or a new character storms in and we go,
Yes, delightful little cliffhanger. Yes.
nice, nice. And now this is a set script, so it's not like one of those things where every show it could be a different murderer. You'll never figure it out because we change it every show.
That's correct. Yeah.
It's set. It's set. Cool. Well, how about this now? I think we've uh explored it enough. Because you can't give too much away. Well, is there a hound? Because the book was about the hound. Is there a hound?
The book is about a hound. Yeah. So, yeah, it's interesting. It's not in the title of the play, but but the story that is based on is the title is The Hound of the Baskervilles. So if anyone's familiar with the original story, a hound plays pretty like it's a pretty dominant sort of storyline, but the mystery in the book and in the play is there's this legend of this hound, and this curse of this hound that lives in the moors where the Baskerville estate is. And the question is, does this hound really exist? Is the curse real? Is the legend of the hound real? So that's one of the things that we're trying to figure out in the play and as the audience.
Oh, or is there some Swedish lady hiding out in the moles going,
I
"Aroo!"
mean, you never know.
Nice. All right. Well, here's your chance, Melissa. I'm gonna count you in. What's gonna happen when I'm done counting? You're gonna look right at your little green dot on the laptop or computer or whatever device you're on right now, and you are going to convince the audience of Vancouver Presents why they should come and see this show. Okay, so you're gonna tell them what they're in for, what's in it for them to come to the Gateway Theater and see this show. Do you think you can do it? Do you think you're up to it?
Okay, let me give it a shot.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello there. I'm Melissa Wee. I'm part of the cast of Baskerville, a Sherlock Holmes mystery at the Gateway Theater. And in this show, not only will you be will you see the classic character Sherlock Holmes and his trusty sidekick Dr. Watson. There's over 40 characters being portrayed by 3 actors. There's mystery, there's drama, there's melodrama, but mostly there's a lot of comedy. This show is written as a farce, even though it's also a mystery. So you get sort of 2 genres for the price of one.
Nice. Nice. I love that. And I love that you calmly introduced yourself. Like you're like, hello, I'm Melissa Wee. Let me tell you why you should be coming to the show. Well, it was delightful talking with you. I know you're deep in rehearsals right now.
Yes.
Can you give us a sort of a sign off, or can you give us not a sign off, just a sample of some of your other character voices that you do?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I haven't
Party
even
tricks.
rehearsed half of them yet, but you will see Mrs. Hudson. She's the housekeeper, and she's just so excited about all of the exciting things that are happening at 221B Baker Street. We also have Cartwright. He's part of the irregulars, and he helps Sherlock Holmes, and he runs some errands and does some tasks. Of course, for a little money. And we have Miss Beryl Stapleton, who lives on the moors, and she's very concerned about the safety of Sir Henry Baskerville, who has just moved to the moors because of the curse of his family.
Nice. Yay. What fun. Thank you for doing party tricks. Thank you. I love it. I love it.
Stupid human tricks, maybe.
Yeah, no, not stupid at all. You are awesome, Melissa. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy rehearsal schedule. And I can't wait to see the show. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, David.
Okay. Take care. Bye.